This is in addition to the video I released the other day. What did I tell you? May of 1974, because he did not get Jedi Knights until April of 1974. That's why I knew he could not have released it by until in May or later. I got you, George. Okay, after making that discovery, I had to come back and do a 2.0 of this video. Um, Here's a calendar from 1974. April the 3rd, the big tornado hit Louisville. Easter was on the 14th. I do believe it was the same week that that weekend following that Easter, 19th and the 20th, was when George Lucas's cousin heard me say Jedi Knights in the Force, and maybe the following week was when I went over to his house, and I got injured the same day. But you've seen in my other videos, 26th or 27th. That's the same day he got Jedi Knights in the Force for me. Also, why he could not have turned the manuscript in with Jedi Knights in the Force until May. And that's why I made this other video. I'd love to see if Lee Brackett had any diaries or notebooks laying around, because I guarantee you she would be questioned. And if you find the questions from her, it's going to be around those same dates. See, now that I could subpoena the phone records, if I could get the phone records from there, I could prove to you this story is true. Not only that, but her diaries. If she has a diary, I'd love to see it. Because I guarantee if it wasn't the 26th or 27th, then it was May 2nd or 3rd that he got it, or 3rd or 4th, sorry. And he would not have had his hands on Jedi Knights in the Force until then. Or at least the Force that I knew of, that he took from me when he took Jedi Knights too. So, take care. Like I said, I wasn't going to talk about myself in the last video. But I did end up adding a little tiny speck at the end. But I wanted to go on to say that George Lucas, you're a liar, you're a plagiarist, and you're a thief. And when the world wakes up and realizes it, you're not going to have this celebrity following that you have now, because they will realize that you're, well, not a good person, okay? Everything you put in Star Wars, you took from someone else. If that weren't the case, then, and you refuse to you try to take credit for all of Star Wars, yet I know for a fact that Lee Brackett and her husband invented lightsabers, and that was in a book called Caldera World of Antares, I believe, in 1933. They came out with lightsabers. They had tractor beams. They had characters named Han, Ben, Yoda, not Yoda, but Han, Ben, Kessel, Zarth, Narth. They had ships called the Falcon. They had two robots named Otho and Greg, who were just like R2-D2 and C-3PO. Star Wars would not have appeared as it did if you had not already been working with Lee Brackett, or she had already not ghostwritten Star Wars. And you almost didn't even give her credit for Empire Strikes Back. As I understand that they may have written enough material that you used it for your entire first 6 movies. That means all the movies before Disney even got it, which wouldn't surprise me, because I already have all the interviews with you and Charlie Rose where you say you hated writing. Wasn't it your friend, who's the guy who wrote, who told you that you needed to learn to write before you could become a respected director, producer, movie producer? You couldn't even write. So you know you didn't. I wonder who you based American Graffiti on your life. I wonder which one you were. Because I guess you were supposed to be Richie, our little Ron Howard friend here. Yeah, I know you worked with him too. I'm still curious how my dream ended up in another movie, but I'm not going to talk about that one in this episode. I did send a short manuscript to Lucasfilm that I never got back. Rod of Iron, remember that one? Yeah. Eventually, people are going to find out about you, George, and when they do, that's your problem because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You told a 7-year-old you were going to do something you didn't do. You took Jedi Knights in the Force. You used it in Star Wars, along with everything else you took from Star Trek, Gustav Holst, Lee Brackett, Edmund Hamilton, and even Terry McGovern. Wake up, people.